We are waiting for Apple's big event. They don't tell you exactly what it is, but we all know what it is. The event. Let's talk a little bit about the event. Let's talk a little about Apple. I mean, this is a company that was shot up over 500. Now they're is this event going to be the one that gets Apple back on its unbelievably exponential growth trajectory? Dan Gallagher's in San Francisco. Dan, you're going to this thing later, aren't you?
I'll be there, yes.
So what will you be looking for? What keys, what things are going to perk up your ears that says that Apple is either right on target, going down the road that they've been on, or they're maybe going a little bit in this direction and people should be worried?
Well, I seriously doubt we'll see anything that's going to get people really worried today. You know, it's more a question of, you know, do they merely meet what the expectations are, and admittedly those get rather high going into these events, or do they really have a surprise up their sleeve that nobody really sees coming? Everybody's expecting a new iPad, higher resolution, quad-core processor, you know, a few extra bells and whistles in there. You know, people are also expecting a lower price on the iPad 2 to keep that on the market. Surprises might come if they offer like a new 7-inch iPad to compete with something like Kindle Fire. That could go either way because such a device, you know, if they're going to compete on price point, may carry lower margins for them.
And Dan, is this, you know, this is kind of Tim Cook's maiden voyage in terms of a real big product, new product rollout. Is there a lot of focus on exactly how he's going to perform at this event?
I don't think as much there. You got to realize that Steve Jobs was actually away from the company a couple of times before his death on health leave. And at those events, Tim Cook and the other Apple executives ran those events. This is the first big product offering since Jobs passed away. He died about a week after the iPhone 4S rollout last year. So, you know, there may be a little bit of focus on that, but this isn't something that Tim Cook is unaccustomed to. So I don't think that will necessarily be the main area of focus.
Yeah. All right. Now, Dan, Apple shares, they shot up over 500. They seem to be going just an exponential growth rate. Still basically are, let's not kid ourselves. But now it's being a little more relative. They've gotten over 500, but they're kind of, it seemed almost a little stuck lately. And this week they had first really memorable sell-off. What's going on with the stock right now, and what should people be looking for?
Well, you know, they're still up about 30% just in the last few months year to date. That's a really strong gain, and I think what you probably saw, that run was lasting to the end of last week, and so I think this week coming into the event, I've noticed there's often a little selling pressure around these Apple events, especially if there's a large run-up leading up to it. Since they reported their results in January and these really blowout iPhone numbers, there's been just a lot of growing expectations about the iPhone and the iPad to a lesser extent. So I don't know if what they say today is going to move the shares a lot. You may even see a little extra sell on the news type of thing. But you know, I think as they get further traction in tablets and especially in the iPhone, you'll probably still continue to see a pretty good gain for the stock, but they've had a lot of it already.
Will you be live tweeting from the conference?
I'll be live blogging for MarketWatch.
You'll be live blogging for Market. Are you going to be tweeting live?
I'm not going to be tweeting live.
You're not going to be tweeting live?
You can't do that on a rotary dial phone.
No, you can't. I will be tweeting live, but I'm going to tweet the Peyton Manning press conference.
Okay.
That's the one that we care. Noon. We're going to carry that one live too. Before one. All right, Dan Gallagher, I'll let you go. I'll let you prep for the big conference.